Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special one here. I have my friend finally on the channel going undefeated with what, sir?
I played Hero.
And what is your name, by the way? Man?
Blake Dotrieve.
That's awesome. And Blake, you're not usually in our locals. You're from a different locals, correct?
Yeah. I come from Lafayette, so just wanted to come out on a Wednesday night and play for a box tournament.
Hell yeah, we had 5 rounds for the box of Duelist Nexus. Well, we had a chance of anything, but he didn't really care which box it was. He just wanted to win, so I feel that. Before we get started, is there any shout-outs or anything you want to say, dude?
Yeah, of course, shout out to my girlfriend back at home letting me come, of course. Shout out to my sponsor, Lucky Shark. And shout out to Eric, Khalil, Eli, Laura for all coming.
Hell yeah, brought 5 people and up the numbers, and that's why we got 5 rounds. Yep. Without further ado, let's get to deck profile, brother.
Sure. I'll start off with the monsters. Start off with the Elemental Heroes. Playing, of course, 3 Stratos. Just best normal summon of the deck. Anything less is just, I don't think it's correct. Next, we're playing Elemental Hero monsters. The other ones, we're playing the 3. You need the Vanilla Neos for the combo, and Shadow Mist. Some people play 2. I like 1 a little bit more because like it's not a you never like going first. You never want to resolve her effect to add a hero from deck because you want to use her effect to get mass speed. Everything else standard. So next for the Vision Heroes, playing the 3. 3 Ferris, 2 Increase, 2 Vion. So basically, obviously 3 of this. Some people play 1 Increase. I just think 2 is correct because if you draw it, you just can't combo if you only play 1. That's it. Pretty standard. Next is the Destiny Hero package. All very standard. So I played the 5, just like always. These are all standard. Dark Angel's also standard, but like I think going forward, I might put this to the side instead because this card's like really not this good, really not that good this format.
And you've been playing a deck for some time, right?
Oh yeah, it's the only deck I've ever played. So
hell yeah, dude.
I've been playing this deck.
And if you look up his name, there's multiple other profiles with the regionals and the actual like Konami events, and Blake is there.
Yeah, showcase his deck.
Hell yeah, dude.
Trying my best. That's it for the monsters. That should be like 18. So next for the spells, playing the power spells of the archetype. 3 Heroes, 3 Fusion Destiny. Just every single time you wanna play as close to 40 as possible while also trying to fit as much non-engine because like you want to see these cards every single game if you can, and there's really nothing bar Pot of Prosperity that actually allows you to see these cards even more besides making the math as good as possible.
Makes total sense.
Next is one of the only changes I made from past to now is 2 mass changes instead of 3. I just wanted to fit a little bit more room. It's just I want to fit like a little bit more room for non-engine. And you search this a lot. It's nice to dodge hand traps and stuff, but like you really only need 2. I might bump it back up to 3 if Darklaw gets better, but like Darklaw is like kind of this format. He's not bad, but he doesn't do enough against a lot of the meta decks. So maybe I bump this back to 3, but like it's so searchable now that 2 is probably fine. Next, 2 Poly. This is something that I do different than a lot of people. Poly is just your best extender. It's one of your better extenders, and you want to resolve this card twice every game. So Vion's not hard once per turn. So you can actually grab 2 Polys in 1 turn in some hands, and I won plenty of rounds today just because I would use the first one, get D-barriered for example, then on the following turn I would grab the second Poly and they just wouldn't expect it. Next, consistency spells. I'm playing 1 E-Call, 1 Rhoda. For some reason, I have like a 95% chance to open a starter, but I just can't. So I'm playing even more starters just to like increase the chance, because a lot of the games that I've lost have just been like, I've set some cards and passed. So like, if I just don't brick, generally I can generally win, especially going first. So I wanted to play as many ways to start comboing as possible. So, and then the last engine spell is Miracle Fusion. You just grab it off of Sunrise for your combo and just lets you play through boards. Last engine card is Favorite Contact. This is what basically the new Flame Wingman searches, and it gives you an extra disruption on your opponent's turn. You summon a big old Neos Wingman that pops all your opponent's cards, and basically he's really hard for them to remove. And then for non-engine, I'm playing pretty slim non-engine because this deck has a lot of engine. I'm playing 3 Eclipse, 3 Droplet, 1 Imperm, 1 Call By. With Cash leaving the format, this is just like actually a really good card, I think, this format. It's good against Pearly, it's pretty good against Unchained. It trades well into a lot of rogue decks as well. And also, in this deck, there's a lot of cards that just get stuck in your hand, like your Shadow Mist, your Malicious, your Denier, sometimes even your Increase, that you just want to like, you just wish that if this card was in my grave, I can do something, and this gives you like a beneficial way to do that. Book of Eclipse is one of the best non-engines in this deck, because not only going second is it extremely impactful, if it resolves you probably win, but also Book of Eclipse is really, really good going first in this deck, because if you're going for the line for Dark Angel, you're generally going to want to use DP on your own turn. That's a really, like, you're susceptible to nib really hard right there. So if you just chain Book of Eclipse when they chain the nib, it allows you to book your DPE and your Wake Up, and after they chain the nib and you book your stuff, nib doesn't tribute your stuff, then you just resolve DPE, destroying the Wake Up and DPE, and you get to do your entire combo just like they didn't nib you, just by playing this as non-engine, and it's good going second. And then the one imperms just because it doesn't enable talents. I wanted to play a little bit more engine, and it just trades 1-for-1 nicely. So it's also for siding patterns. So.
Makes total sense, and that's, like you said, perfect 40, right?
Perfect 40, yep.
Love that for you, man.
And then, so, extra deck?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Start off with the Elemental Heroes. We're playing the 5. Very standard. All this is very standard. This is the guy that came out in Monsters Revenge. Kind of old now, but like kind of newer to the deck, where you use this to get the favorite contact. You summon this on your opponent's turn. This is the big guy. So, all this is very standard. Mass Heroes, 2 and 1. Some people like to cut down to 1 Dark Claw. There's a lot of against a lot of decks like Runic, for example. You just setting up double Dark Claw is just so impactful. If you open Stratos any hero plus Fusion Destiny, you can end on double Dark Claw with the rest of your combo. So that's pretty good, because if they try to book, or if they out the Dark Angel and they try to book your Dark Claw, you can just summon another one. And then for Destiny Hero monsters, playing 2 DPE instead of a Dangerous. A lot of people play Dangerous, but right now, Pearly seems to be like a real meta contender, which means a lot of people might play Kaijus. So the benefit of playing 2 DPE is that if your first DPE gets Kaiju'd, you can actually favorite contact summons any hero monster. Doesn't have to be Wingman. So you can actually summon your second DPE after your first one gets tributed, and they have the Dark Angel in the field. So you can go, the first one gets tributed, and you obviously can't use its effect. You can use favorite contact summon the new DPE. You can use DPE's effect to kill the Kaiju plus itself, and then you can use the new DP's effect to revive the old one. The new one wasn't summoned because for some reason it doesn't fusion summon, so you can't summon the new one back, but you can summon the old one back just the same. And that's it for the fusion monsters. Link monsters, 5, all standard.
Makes sense.
And then for the side deck,
you want to go ahead and show us that spice?
It's not super. It's kind of spicy.
All right, let's check it out.
So the not spice is 3 Ash. Just, I don't think it's good enough in the main deck, but it's really solid against a lot of decks. Like, you really want it against Branded, you really want it against some decks that'll FTK you. Like, maybe you can stop Vanadium. Just throw it at them and hope that it works. But it's really good against the Labs and the Brandeds, which are probably going to spike in popularity now that Cash is gone. Here's some of the spice. Playing 3 D-Force. So this card, one of the problems with the deck right now is Unchained and Rescue Ace. They're not the worst matchups, but this card beats both those matchups really hard. If you can solidify D-Force plus Plasma, if they don't draw any non-engine, they don't have an out in their deck besides linking all their monsters away into Underworld Goddess and linking away your Plasma. This just is such a powerful floodgate against those decks, because both those decks have a lot of targeting removal, and this just prevents them from being able to do that. Going first and second, I would side this in. This card is also really good against Droll. If you open your Stratos plus any hero combo, and you open this as your non-engine, what you can do is you go normal Stratos, grab the Ferris, pitch to any hero, and if they Droll you there, that's why this card is so good against Droll, is that you can pick up the monster from the grave. So then you do your normal Vision Hero line, except when you go Vion to dump, you dump Plasma, you D-Force, pick up the Plasma, then you tribute 3 for Plasma, and they have to have a way to out this. It's just such a powerful floodgate. And then cards I never sided today. I didn't play against any backrow decks, but gotta kind of respect them.
There.
And then now I have the other 2 imperm, just because like for siding patterns I go to 9 engine in a very standard siding pattern, and then for siding patterns it looks kind of weird. When I'm playing 1 Pot of Prosperity, just it gives you an additional card to side in when you go first, because generally you'll side in like either these and spoiler these, or these, and then this will be the 7th where the imperm slot was, so it just gives you more chances to open a starter, because that's one of the problems with the deck. And then like I just said, the last card is Rivalry. This card is like okay in the format, but it's really good in this deck because you give them Dark Angel, then you flip Rivalry, and they're locked out of the game. They're locked out of spells. They can't summon anything besides Warriors, so usually really good against them.
Well, thank you for going in depth with Blake for me. I appreciate you coming out to our locals and finishing undefeated, bringing heroes to our locals, and shocked a lot of people, but here we are, man.
Thank you.
Most definitely. Remember, guys, comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, peace.